Okay, so in this problem, we're going to figure out the magnitude and direction of the electric field at point P due to three other charges. Okay, so the charges are Q, Q, and minus Q. So let's go through the process and let's figure out. Okay, the process is tedious. However, once you understand what you're doing, everything should be very easy. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to call the three electric fields E1, E2, and E3. First, let's figure out the electric field due to Q. Let's figure out the direction due to this one. Okay, at point P, we sit at P and we ask if the Q on the left. Okay, let's call this guy 1. Let's call this 2, and let's call this 3. The electric field due to 1, okay, is going to have to point to the right. So this is going to be E1, and the reason this is to the right is because 1 is positive, and while I sit at P, I have to move away from it. Okay. Similarly, if I look at Q, the second charge is negative. Okay. So my electric field is going to have to point towards it. I'm going to call this E2. Okay. In fact, I should draw it a little shorter. Okay. And then my third is going to be due to this guy, and it's going to be pointing here. It's going to be E3. So these are the three electric fields that we have. Okay. So now if we know the magnitudes, figuring out the rest of the stuff should be very simple. We clearly see that because it's a square here, the angle that E2 makes with the horizontal axis is 45 degrees. So that makes life very easy. Okay, so let's calculate the magnitudes and then write everything in component form, okay, as we've done in the past. So let us begin with E1. So if I have charge E1, okay, let's calculate E1. Let's calculate the electric field E1 due to charge 1. The magnitude of the field, which I write without the vector sign, is simply going to be equal to Ke times the charge divided by L square. Very good. And we know that it is pointing to the right. So I can write E1 in vector form, and E1 is going to be equal to Ke Q over L square, comma 0. Very good. Let us write down E2. The magnitude of E2 is going to be equal to Ke times Q divided by, now if you look at the length, okay, the length has to be square root 2 times L. You can figure the length out by simple geometry. Your lengths are L and L, so this has to be equal to square root of 2 times L. Okay, and this is pointing at 45 degrees southwest. So that means my components of E2 are going to be equal to negative E2 cosine 45 and negative E2 sine 45. Alright, let's plug in all the values. We know that this is going to be equal to Keq over 2L square times cosine 45, which is 1 over square root 2, minus Keq over 2L square times 1 over square root 2. Great, we have E2. Let us now figure out E3. E3 again has magnitude of Keq over L square, and it is pointing straight up. And so my components of E3 are going to be Keq over L square, comma 0. Once I have this, my resultant E net is going to be equal to E1 plus E2 plus E3. And so this is going to be equal to, for E1 was equal to Ke times Q, over L square, comma 0, plus negative Ke Q over 2 square root 2 L square, comma negative Keq over 2 square root 2 L square, plus 0, comma Keq over L square. Then you combine all this, you end up getting Keq over L square minus Keq over 2 square root 2 L square, and the other component is going to be negative Keq over 2 square root 2 L square plus KEQ over L square. Okay, you do a little bit of algebra and you see that I can factor out a lot of stuff from each of these things. So I get KEQ over L square times 1 minus 1 over 2 square root 2 comma KEQ over L square times 1 minus 1 over 2 square root 2. So these are our two components, and we end up getting, you can, now you can figure out the values. Now if you see, the magnitude of the vector itself can be calculated very easily. Okay, so E, you can find the magnitude by doing the x component square plus the y component square, and you can also figure out the direction very easily by, in fact, if you look at the components are both equal, so the direction is going to be simply 45 degrees, and it will be northeast because that's the quadrant that it's pointing in. Okay, so finish this all out, calculate the values, and then you should be able to obtain the final results. All right.